Hello, hello everyone. Welcome. Are the people in the chat hear me in the channel? The Zodiac, yeah, can you talk?
Yeah.
Okay, sound
You
check for the
sound good.
chat. Everyone is hearing Zodiac and Mashi
Yeah.
joining us on the cast today.
Yeah.
Um,
Our usual streamers are sick or moving or something else, so it is just me and Mashi. I am a Raid League admin. Some people will know me, obviously, but yeah, I've never done this, so cut me a break, please. And then Mashi is my very close friend, and you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Ash. I played Banner Slave for CA until we went on a break just last week. I'm happy to be here.
oh,
And yeah, thank you for having me.
I
Let's
will,
get some good games going.
yeah. I will increase a bit the
Uh,
volume. Okay, that should do. Okay, so today a bit of a special stream. That's I have the cam here now. That's a new test for us. That's a new format that we wanted to test in June for the future because we want to try to see if live events are more enjoyable for the player and for the viewers. So basically, that's what we are doing today. Um, so all the teams that you see below me are the one who will be playing in the live event. They have passed a qualifier session on Dhuum that you've seen during the waiting screen that we will be talking a bit about later. And so they will play best of one, so 1v1s on the boss, starting at the GG point. And so we will draw the boss. So the first 4 games will have the same boss. So round 1, the same boss, round 2, the same boss, and then final and third place match will have the last boss remaining. So let's get to it. I have set up a small wheel. And let's see what is boss number 1.
okay, that wheel is really adorable.
Yeah, I love the wheel. It's so nice.
The wheel is cute.
Yeah.
We stay on the wheel.
Okay, we get Casey. That's good. So
Let's go.
Casey for the first boss. I need to set up that. Why it's showing in big
I predict
stuff?
we'll be seeing at least one catalyst.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see some Blade Sworns.
I mean, surely we see at least one. I mean, Disco's participating, just Drek, you know? He has to play it.
Let me just set up the boss. So the team will get will prepare themselves do that boss. So we will be soon in the live game. We will draw the second boss. So let's draw the second boss. Interact. Small wheel. Let's go. So of course, if it goes back to Casey, we draw again. Oh, and second boss is Sabetha. Let's go for Sabetha. Yeah. Property. Okay, that's nice. Sabetha. And so the final boss.
Nice little RNG finals. VS will love it. I'm sure if
Yes.
they lose, I'm sure if they lose the hype in the finals, there will be no issues whatsoever.
I mean, I heard Arcadia loved this fight, so it's gonna be really exciting to watch, I think.
Yeah, one thing actually that Arcadia is known for, and I've known him a long time, he's a really nice guy. He is extremely patient, especially with his Axe 3s on Rush. That guy, never seen him Axe 3 into a wall. Mental of steel.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about the qualifier while they are um, preparing. So first game will be VS versus CC. So gamers, get your openers and try to see it in the chat, in the guild chat. You know, tell when you're ready, stuff like that. If you can tell us the comp also, that will be good. So this is the result of the qualifier. So what we can see is we have really close time in the top 4. So the qualifiers that time, they had only 30 minutes to do it and not 1 hour like usual. They only had one boss, not two. That was, you know, to let them have time to practice the live bosses. So because also seeding matters a bit depending on your seeding. You're playing on versus lower team, and the more close you go, the more difficult it gets about your opponent. So that was still mattering, but the point system and the fact that it's a trial version, I guess the guild didn't try out that much because they just needed to be top 8 to qualify and to play in the live event, and that's what they wanted to do, just play the live event. And so I guess that's why we don't see groundbreaking times or either. Zodiac, Mashik,
I mean,
what can you do about
despite
it?
despite the half hour, I mean, there's still some actually very impressive times. I mean, 4:37 on the patch we're playing on is really nice. It's pretty similar, if I'm correct, to times we saw in the December round when we had Dhuum, and that was, I mean, it was a completely broken meta. The Scourge was broken,
Yes,
Renegade was
yes,
broken.
yes.
Everything was just disgusting. So these times are actually still very impressive, especially if teams are taking it a little less seriously just to qualify for live.
If we take the virtual scrolls time into last time Dhuum was pulled, it would actually have been a second place, beating 17 by 1 second, in fact.
This guy has the info up.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
yeah. He did
These are
the
really solid
work
times.
more for me, more than me, you know.
Like these are almost all of them are top 10 competing times, in fact, from last time.
Okay,
It
boss
seems-
quiet. Okay. Yeah, maybe that could help.
I'm always quiet.
No, yeah. But like, no, it could be, it should be fine. I had my Windows sound not up to 100% either, so that's a bit my bad. So let's try to watch maybe the one that we didn't see in the waiting screen. So that will be like top 2 and top 1. So we will start with top 2, Cormier. They couldn't make it due to schedule, but it's okay. We replace them by other participants. So let's see if I put that away. Minus. Yeah. A bit sorry, people.
Yeah, we're just waiting one moment to make sure all the teams are ready to
Yeah.
speak.
And my playlist stuff is not working anymore, so I have to do it a bit manually. And I had, I guess, stuff somewhere.
It looks like both teams are ready. It's just our stream controller is not updating that Arcadia is live. CC and VS both look to be ready.
Ah, okay.
Then while we wait for that, I'll roll the magic 8 ball to see who will be the winner of this match.
I will just retrieve the... Okay, we can watch that.
And the magic 8 ball is saying the outlook is looking good for CC to take this match, so I'm gonna say CC will take it.
Okay, very interesting. Definitely the underdog of this matchup, but if the underdog says it, I'm inclined to believe it. The 8 ball would not lie to me. Like my father did when he said he was just going to get groceries. Never came back.
So let's watch the Dhuum POV for Cormier. Let's see, for the qualifier, what they did. So the comp, 3 Spectre, 2 Virtuoso, 1 Scourge, 1 Harbinger, 1 Warrior, Scrapper, and Soul Beast.
I think an interesting thing to look at actually from their comp is that there's no scrappers to stealth them with, so they're having the Mirage bring the mass invisibility as well as the portal to help take care of these mechanics. I think it's going to be, I think also a very interesting point that they brought along to deal with mechanics and be able to have that safe throne strat with the comp they wanted.
Another thing to note is they've more or less enslaved their Mirages, but you'll see in the burn phase, they actually do really respectable damage still, so they actually lose very little to play this comp rather than taking scrappers.
I
mean,
just
you could honestly
keep
even
to
say
the start of
Mirages
the
are kind of
boss.
carrying here. They portal green 1 and green 3. They portal, I mean, technically they portal all 3 greens. They stealth the Reapers. They give Alak and Mites. The Mirage is a very high value here in this comp.
Okay, we skipped. We are at the end of at the start of the boss now, which is the interesting part. 2 minutes of pre-event, it's long.
Yeah, it's a long event.
So you can see like the stealths on the Reapers to get the skeletons coming towards you and passing through the boss to burn them down. So classic strat, classic Tron strat for those who never seen it.
There's a portaling bomb out that we saw in the last pull of Dhuum, that it was a lot of Scourges doing it with their Scourge portal, as it has quite a low cooldown to do it with, while also being a very, very strong supportive DPS kind of type with a lot of berry output.
Yeah, we're pretty much just seeing at this point it's just a standard Dhuum, DPS
Yes.
the boss, DPS a bit during soul splits. They'll go up, collect orbs, and then interact with the seals and then kill Dhuum. From here on, there's not much that interesting. There's a pretty standard Scourge portal, so you can continue to be DPSing while facing forward towards Dhuum, because of course you run backwards slower, so
Yeah.
the portal really helps with DPS uptime. But yeah, standard Dhuum from this point on. Obviously, you can't use any mechanics to skip the greens. I mean, there's no Ender's Echo, of course, to skip this mechanic. But
There are also, I believe, no class that actually currently in that composition can skip the greens, even with class mechanics.
yeah,
But that's a Monka Buck moment, so we don't look at those. You see all the portals coming out or the wells from the Spectres being able to get there instantly and saves I don't know, maybe like a second or two, but a second or two can change everything in the heat of the moment. And to get the combination of the Spectre and the Scourge, they really can afford to play without a healer, which makes the kill a lot faster, because then instead of having a Druid or what else, you would have the Soul Beast, bringing spirits and DPS.
Absolutely. And I will set up for later the VS one.
Okay, the teams are ready. The countdown starts now. The 60 seconds countdown.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So let's go to that part. So, kind of, does they have the same comp? No, not completely. One using a scrapper instead of a mech, but quite similar. Quite similar comp, guys.
Yeah, VS is playing the recent Snowcrows comp, which is just, a standard Catalyst stack with a BS, 2 mechs for Alacrity, and a Soul Beast for obvious reasons. So this is a completely expected comp, more or less. And the only difference actually is that CC... Oh, sorry, it's actually the opposite. It's VS playing a Scrapper instead of a Mechanist, and it's CC playing the Snowcrows comp.
Oh, so we messed up?
No, VS is playing the Snowcrows comp. I am seeing VS tags on my screen right now, and I can see the 6 catalysts. And there we go. They're off. They're starting to run.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
It was messed up on my screen.
So I think that a big difference that I noticed immediately as a warrior player is that one squad is having the Blades one is having the Berserker, which is very... They're similar, alike, but they're also very different in terms of what they bring to the squad. Because like on Warrior, on Berserker, you'd have to, in this case, spin with your Axis X5 to get your Adrenaline up so you can start casting your F1s. Because you have the Battle Standard, which you do not have to do on the other one. With the Blades one, you just go in and you start your rotation after you drop your banners.
Yeah, always feels bad on Berserker to not have a headbutt for instantly getting into your Berserk. Using your X5 right away does not feel so good.
And they're both very strong contenders here. Definitely by a lot. I think personally that I would say that Blades one does have the upper hand this time. I really like the class on this boss. It feels really great to be able to just unload that huge Dragon Slash into the burst bar if you get to that, or in general has really solid DPS all around with no really downsides. And if you need to provide might as well, you do that very easily.
And based on the delay, it does seem like VS is a good few seconds ahead. They are just completely pumping.
It is still a tight race, though. I think it is fairly close.
Yes, I will have to be fast on the buttons.
Yes, VS just finished their collecting.
Yeah.
So CC is around... It seems maybe around 8 seconds.
VS in
Actually, maybe longer.
VS is on the left and CC is on the right of the screen.
Yeah.
But
we're both seeing the teams doing the composite, the strat or idea of being in the middle, which is what you want to do. You want to skip those CC phases. You want to just be able to hammer out all your DPS as fast as you can. Because if you do end up CCing the boss, it will take a lot longer than if you could just do this 33% at a time and skip those collections.
VS already on the second collecting phase.
Yes, it is going fast. We're seeing huge numbers from those catalysts. It's looking beautiful.
I mean, this is just the strength of playing the most broken specs in the game, that currently exist.
And also, let's keep in mind that most of the VS members have played for WRC in France. For France.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a merge for CC.
And they so they had cases. They had a really strong show up in WRC, also. So
that is true. And
I'm not surprised that the main guild, let's say, is can pump out big numbers on the.
Yeah.
On
I
the
mean,
numbers.
VS is also extremely familiar with KC. They currently have
Yes.
the all-time record in Wing 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe they're second on Zera as well. So not
And
surprising whatsoever that they're handling mechanics perfectly and just.
we see them, the CC guys, getting into the third collecting, to the last collecting phase now, and they have dealt with the red spirit they got, which is really unfortunate. Which was a lack of cleaving out two spirits, and they just got too close. It can be from bad management, bad angles.
I think he will come down in a second, and
yeah, he will.
It will be the end of
Unfortunately,
that.
CC just didn't pull the spirit through enough, and it
And
did not
that's
get
it.
cleaved, so they merged.
And there he falls. That is the first KC kill.
350.
Yes, 350. That is not a bad kill at all. That is very solid.
Still a minute and a half faster than pretty much all pugs. So
by far, I mean, you're skipping having to push an orb around, and raging at your Reaper friend for helping with it for some reason.
Yeah.
So we'll see them finish off here. They are going into CC.
Let's keep in mind also that it's seed 1 versus seed 8. So
yes, that is very true.
That is normal because that's the format we are testing right now.
Yep.
And it's normal that seed 1 have an easier path, let's say, to the final. But I'm.
And there is a GG.
They GG. But like it was looking good.
I actually don't think that I think mechanics might have murdered them.
Mechanics killed them. I guess we will then move on into the second boss.
Yep, and honestly, a lot of respect for CC for coming out.
And they until like phase 2 or 3, it was quite close.
Until that merge happened, they were on such a beautiful pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to consider that what guild they're playing against. It's an extremely long-term and respected guild with many records under their belt, so...
Yeah.
Honestly, not a performance to be ashamed of at all.
Yeah, and they did great also on the qualifier, so...
Yeah, I mean, they did qualify, and I have a cat in the way. Give me a second. Here we go.
So... it's well done. Let's go back to the cast bracket. Remove the wheel because we don't need it anymore, and I will edit while the next team is preparing. The next team is what is the next one? Is it Papa versus Boom? I guess it's that. I need to check.
Yes.
According to
that is gonna be good.
Event.
We have one team ready.
Yeah, it's Papa versus Boom. Next one.
Yep, and then after that it will be
Wipe versus Arya, and we finish with Hype versus MTV. So Seed 2 will play last.
Yep, and
replace.
So, are you guys expecting to see anything really other than Catalyst stacks here?
I mean, so if I remember correctly from the qualifier, Boom did do something that on Dhuum that was not a normal strat, and they did the same at the Raid League last time on MO. And Matthias, they did something unique. You could say these by playing 10 engineers. And it was super, super interesting to see them bring out all the... Oh, it didn't do on Matthias, but they did on MO. They had 8 mechanists, 2 scrappers, scoring a minute and 9-second kill with it, which was quite impressive, I would say, because it is not known as... It's not a class that gets stronger by stacking, to my knowledge, compared to the fact that there was about 5 stacks of Catalyst stacking with the Blade Swans as well, which is just overall really, really strong. They didn't have the spirits either that every other group actually did have.
Right, they are just truly big NG enjoyers. No spirits, no banners. They don't need it. They just need some rifles and grenade kits. That's all I need.
That is.
I mean, they obviously don't think rifle, but I was trying to think of something catchy. We move on. They like grenade kit.
I mean, who does not enjoy a good grenade kit? It's been a how do you say, a key part of the engineer in many game modes, including PvP even. Because grenade kit cannot be nerfed.
Okay, so let's.
There was some world anger
let's
in
move.
there. I felt it.
Okay. The streams are set up. The comps are kind of they are setting up. A bit of laughing, being it's Giga Chat. Being on camera while doing a competition.
It's
Good.
This is a comp from the
Both teams are ready. Timer starts now.
Thank you very much. This is an interesting comp from Dhuum. This is very colorful. They have two different quickness sources, I believe, two different Alex sources. They're having a bit of everything. It's a rainbow.
It is a rainbow.
It is glorious to see, I think.
They figured out how to do 10-man fractals.
Yeah.
And what do we see from the other? We see a close to the normal stack. We see a Kata subgroup with them from the other from Papa, I believe it is, right?
Yeah, it's
yes, Papa. I'm very good with names. And then we have a more, I guess I'd even dare say a more personal subgroup in terms of like there's a Soul Beast, there's a Hollow, there's a Scrapper's quickness source. It's very cool to see as well. It allows to bring other things that you might need in that subgroup if you do not have the Kata stack, right? Like because Kata is limited to things that it does not have. Mm-hmm. I believe it has quite low CC.
But I could be wrong. Thing on KC.
Yeah, it's a very good thing, KC. But if you were to need the CC, you cannot just pull out the Katas and hope it works out.
And it is starting. Bit of a problem on the timer.
I actually do have some insight on Papa, by the way, about their comp. They're actually a selling guild on NA, so this is their very first time even attempting, speedrun strategy. So they've kind of played what they have. They didn't have, 6 prepared catalysts. They had 4 catalyst enjoyers, or even 3 until today. I believe they have a sub for today. And the other sub is pretty much the best classes they're able to play.
That's cool to see. Like sometimes comfort does beat the class that is best.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, and they're not obviously bad specs either. They're great classes to be playing at KC.
I mean, Hollow being an all-around really strong class with a solid burst. And there we're seeing the first CC phase coming from Dhuum. So we'll get to see how the CC phase works on the bus.
Okay, so Dhuum did opt into CC.
Yeah, and I do see them dropping a focus from the Mesmer. They're going to pull out the Orb into the Rift, and then they're going to push out instantly, so they get that 1 Rift for bonus damage, and they can instantly continue. It saves a lot of time when you can pull them around instead of having to attack the Orb and make it fly.
And Papa has phased. It looks like Papa's ahead a couple seconds. I mean, you save so much time by not CCing without having to do the little role play.
Yeah, I mean, you save the whole waiting game of having to wait for the green little circles, or from again pushing or pulling the orb out, and maybe we will see it end up making a big difference on this fight in this run. I mean, we see that the Papa is finishing the collecting phase first, and they're back into DPSing now by a few seconds, and they're gonna get to go ham just that much faster. And we can get to today enjoy the power classes that is of this patch, because we all know that next week there will be a huge balance patch coming our way.
Let's not talk about that.
That makes everybody so happy.
I mean, to be honest, there's definitely multiple ways to look at it. I mean, you could look at it from the bright side that, at least there'll be a bit of a refresh in the meta.
By a lot.
But there is the obvious downsides that we won't get too much into, otherwise the stream will be very sad. Yeah, Boom once again opting into CC while Papa continues on strong like Giga.
Yeah, and Papa's face now, they're gonna be ahead by quite a few seconds now. Because Boom still has to get it down to 33%. They're not on the waiting phase yet.
Yeah,
everybody in chat, keep in mind, CC is bad. Keep it in mind.
You cannot say that. You cannot call guilds bad. Like a guild that shows up to this event are inherently good. You did not show up to play, so you're not a good player.
Not the guild.
Not the guild, like the fact of CC in Casey.
CC, I'm not flaming you, I promise.
I have my doubts.
Oh my god. You're just mad that you're out of a job.
At least I'm not stuck in beginner builds.
I mean, the better slave has become the slaver. I think you'll be begging for fire aura in your pugs from now on.
Not really, no, because I do know how to play my class.
Okay. Too Chad for me.
Okay.
And we're seeing that Papa has pulled the boss to the side now to be able to deal with that statue faster as it spawned, I believe.
Yeah, it makes the last phase much easier if you bring.
Oh yeah, it makes a lot safer.
It's way more consistent, and a lot of wing like full runs, whether it's full wing or full clear, you'll actually see this a lot. Mostly during full raid clears, all 7 wings. It just adds so much consistency that it's worth a bit of a time loss.
And there we see the CC phase coming from Papa to finish off the boss from the last 15% after. And yeah, it seems like Boom is also in a last CC phase. Have they caught up? Is that it?
Yep, we'll see.
It seems to actually have been caught up to them. I may have to swallow my shoe.
Your shoe? What kind of Viking saying is this?
It actually looks like
Boom actually takes it. That's I'm well surprised by that. Seeing that they CC'd the boss multiple times.
They popped off so hard in the last phase.
They had a really strong group of DPS players, and I mean the kills are beautiful from both sides. Like it's awesome to see see different classes from the Catalyst already.
Boom boom.
From guilds that are strong.
Catalyst was dethroned. Bad spec. Don't nerf it.
But like it's like the consistency of being able to CC and do the orb phase quicker, and not having to move on the side, maybe, I don't know. But they catched up on the last phase really well.
Yeah, I mean,
what mechanic did Papa get on the side? They get the bombs.
Yeah, they got the bombs.
Yes, they did get spread mechanic.
Yeah, a bit.
Which is very unfortunate.
A bit of unlucky, but
it's an RNG mechanic indeed. That part of the boss, because you don't know if you get the spirits first or if you get the bombs first.
When you grind KC, you really just don't want to see the spread mechanic.
Yeah. It was looking so one-sided and big of a turn.
Yeah, I mean, I think that mechanic might actually have pushed Papa far down, because it is so unfortunate they have to spread out all the DPS players.
And honestly,
once you go over that 600 units away, you don't really have range on Catalyst anymore.
Did this guy really just say the range of the mechanic?
Yes, they're out of range. You cannot. This is not Diamond. You cannot just range the boss.
Do you have the wiki open?
No, I just know it.
Okay, nerd. Yeah, I unfortunately didn't really see much of the last phase on Boom, just because I am a complete noob to casting, and
I was paying attention to both, and it just seems that they had really good rotations coming off. Like the DPS look beautiful.
Nice, and we already have our next teams ready. It'll be Wipe versus Arya.
Yep,
and Arya is home to our lovely admin Nico, and Wipe is also great. They've actually been putting up some really impressive performances in the last several raid leagues.
I mean, they have been in Raid League for so long, and they've always played consistently very well, I think.
Yeah, it's become even more noticeable recently. They are really popping off.
Oh, we're seeing some different Ellie specs, but I do think they're gonna reroll to Catalyst once they start moving. So it seems like we'll be getting 2 Catalyst stacks. Assuming they do remember to swap to the Catalyst spec, otherwise they might be stuck in Weaver or even Tempest or Core Elementalist.
I mean, if they get stuck in Weaver, I think it's karma.
I mean, if they get stuck in Weaver, that's bad, but being stuck in Core Tempest or Core Ellie, and then having a staff as well, that's even worse.
I think the Tempest is quite improbable. I don't really believe there's anything for them to precast in Tempest.
No, I mean, it might just be what is on their other template.
Oh, maybe. I mean, if anybody has a Tempest template right now.
Oh, I actually do have an idea why it is that. Why it is the Tempest.
Okay, go ahead.
So Tempest has a shout skill called Eye of the Storm, which gives you super speed when used.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a shitload of super speed already. Let's go. They're rolling, they're running fast, and we see the swaps of templates again. They're all back to Catalyst. There's 2 Catalyst stacks going head to head in KC. Let's go. And we're seeing the Spirit, all the casting. I mean, we're getting a range of POV, which is interesting as well, I think, rather than Catalyst all the time. We know how Catalyst plays often. But it's still nice to see.
This is another SC comp, both of them. They are just going to head-to-head. I guess, I'm not sure if people tested other comps to, see if there's anything better with maybe new Catalyst rotations, but it seems people have definitively decided this is the comp to play on KC, and I can't really disagree with it.
Something I am actually noticing from the wipe comp compared to the Arya comp is the bottom DPS actually. Like, not to flame, but actually to pay attention to that one seems to be a much more support-focused mechanist, while the other seems to be a lot greedier. Which, sure, the greedier one can make the kill faster, but it could also end up punishing you if you do not have to sustain. And it looks like our timers are bugged.
Crosis is supposed to launch the timer, so it's okay.
It is fine. The timer seems correct to me.
They were not started.
And we have both already seen first phase done, and they're collecting the orbs, and they're getting ready for the next phase of DPS, which again, they want to skip that CC phase, and they're looking very close.
So the timer, of course, is not right, but the goal is as long as we stop the timer of the first one who kills, it's okay. We know we win.
Of course.
That's why we are not making them retime, redo the game.
Back to what you're saying about the healer versus the aggressive mech, though. Honestly, a lot of the time, the hardcore guilds think if they can play no healer, they should. And, even if it gets sketchy at some points, they think, well, we have no healer, clearly we're doing more damage. But you've actually seen in a lot of previous raid leagues, the top team will end up with a druid. In
this comp, for example... Go ahead, please.
Oh, no, well, even in this comp, I just mean, any healer. But in previous metas where, druid has been the primary healer, some teams opt into a soul beast, but a lot of the time, you'll see the first place team actually took a druid.
You see that often.
Yes, correctly. It makes the writ and scholar uptime so reliable.
Yeah, it is such an important thing. Like, we know writs are very popular. There's a reason why they have the position in the... Oh, my lord! We are seeing a GG from White. They got a merge, and they're instantly calling GG. But we're seeing that area there. They're collecting the last phase of orbs. They're not looking like they're slowing down at all.
Yeah, look like wipe have wiped.
But yeah, we do see that the writs are very popular because they do cost a lot of gold. For example, in the market, if you do buy writs, sometimes you notice that they often cost a gold for half an hour.
Yeah, that's why I have people like you.
But they provide so much more stat than your average sharpening zone if you can maintain that 9% HP. And oh lord, now Arya having 2 down states, but they are getting rest. They are getting back up, but it do seem a little dicey for a second.
And this is even with the full healer, so it really just shows how much danger is in the third phase of KC when you're playing midstream.
And that is a merge from Arya as well. There's a merge on both sides, but it does not seem like they're GGing. They're going ham on the Spirit. They want to destroy him, and they're going to try to destroy the boss in the meantime, while they're dealing with the Spirit mechanics before they get exploded from them. Now we're seeing that the domino effect could be like there's another one down. It's looking scary, and that red spirit is not down, and the next set of spirits are coming in. They need to go down, otherwise you're gonna have a second one, and that's gonna steal your boons more. It's only gonna bring you down from there, and there's another down. He's back up fast, and now we have the spread out mechanic, and this is gonna be scary because you still have the red spirit walking around trying to slap somebody.
And we just learned the spread mechanic is not good. They're still so far ahead, though, that as long as they can stabilize and manage to do some damage...
Oh, and downside again, they have to get him back up. Like, the red spirit is carrying KC.
The Catalyst players are just chain downing. I mean, there's absolutely no safety in this spec.
Living up to the nature of an Ellie.
Yeah, but then now you don't get lava fun, so it's completely useless.
Oh, and there's a downstate again. Are they going to see this 2 downstates and they're resting this soul?
Yes.
There's 3 downstates. This P3 is such a complete mess, and I actually think the other team could catch up.
That's a wipe!
Oh, no! There it goes. They are wiped. And now Wipe is back in the lead on try 2 already.
And this is the excitement and the danger of a live event.
And if you notice on Wipe, the Mechan is already disrupted to the more supportive build. He's lost over
They have to go now.
Of his DPS.
Yeah, he instantly didn't stop the heal mech. I wonder if maybe it was even a mistake that he wasn't on heal mech.
Could be, actually. Could it be that he was maybe stuck on the scrapper gear or something because he had 2 templates bound to the same key?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, or he just messed up. Yeah, because like, if he was not, if he, but if he wasn't heal mech, they had no lack.
Oh well, they still do have a lack from power mech.
They had one of them. Okay, they had one of them. That was a scrapper
Wipe is now going
swap.
into the last phase, and
yeah, I really don't believe you play this healer list in a live event either. Even in a grind offline, it's still very hard to play KC healer lists.
I mean, until we saw this Mechanist come out, we saw it was still you had the druid tanking, or maybe tanking, or in general had the druid for the spirits. He had the glyph of stars, which is insanely good against his pizza attacks because they just remove such a big threat from the fight, and it just makes it that much safer.
Yeah, looks like Wipe will get it. I don't see how they can fail now.
No, that is not a merge. They are ready to kill the last 7%. They are. It seems like they're going to take it unless something goes horribly wrong very sudden.
They have someone to res. Will they try to res him? Okay, banners of the war.
Oh, he's down again. And we see actually that Arya end up CCing the boss.
Small CC.
And they pushed past the rift and do not get the bonus damage. In fact, it's only 1%.
3%.
So it doesn't.
Okay, well, 1%.
And that is a clear winner from Wipe. They take it. It's
so there it is.
Amazing.
The double Wipe whammy.
A big
return.
That's
why you don't give up. That's why you don't give up on a live event.
Yeah.
That is true. You should never give up. Never focus on what the other team is doing. You should just focus entirely on what you're doing, in fact, and listen to your leader.
I'm really curious if they have the stream open watching and knew that they were still competing, or if they just kept going fearless.
That's up to the players. For me, like, I will say, if, like, for me, the maximum setup, okay, is you have one guy not playing, following the stream, and pumping energy into the player. And the players, they are just concentrating on their stuff.
I mean, that's true. I mean, you should definitely have a guy on your team watching the stream and lying to you if you're behind, and telling the truth if you're ahead.
Yeah.
Because you need that good energy to focus that you like. Because if you're told constantly that you're being told, oh, you're behind, by the way, all the time, like, you're not going to be ahead. You're not going to feel ahead either.
Yeah.
So, what I'd rather have is I'd have somebody in my team who's telling us we're doing a good job and hyping us up. Maybe that's something guilds will start recruiting in the future. A hype man.
A stream watcher hype man.
A professional liar.
We are just waiting on MTV for the next match while we watch Arya finish their
KC.
While the other one are setuping stuff, while I'm
And we've gotten a log also from Wipe in chat. Thank you very much, Raven. And we just see these catalysts, like, sure, there's 5k between the top and the bottom catalyst, but it's still like 27k DPS is still a huge amount to pump out for an entire fight like this, with so much downtime as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see P1 all above 42k, very respectable numbers.
Very respectable number. And all above 34k in the last phase as well. Like, it's actually really, really well done.
Yeah, 354, genuinely good time. I believe this is only a few seconds after VS as well. Let me just find their log.
This so this will be. Oh, they are not done. My bad.
Yes.
No, they are not just done yet. No, they are in the last phase. They're cleaning off the boss.
I saw the boss disappear. I was in my mind setting up the stuff. So
and there is a kill. I mean, this was a roller coaster of emotions. I dare say, like, seeing one kill wipe is a heartbreak.
Yeah.
And then
go on.
The next one, you see the other kill wipe as well, and it's just, oh no, who's gonna wipe next, or will there actually be a kill? And it was scary.
I mean, it really felt like Arya had it, but the last phase was just so hectic that White took it. They just played it cleaner, and even in their last phase on their kill, they actually played very well.
Indeed.
So maybe some bad luck in the first round attempt. Maybe unlucky with mechanics.
And next we have
and the mistake also on the Ilmec.
Yes,
potentially. We don't know if it's a mistake. But
I honestly am inclined to believe it was a mistake. I'll have to actually ask them, but it would have to take a lot of confidence to play 2 DPS mechs healerless on KC.
Yeah.
And we're getting both teams ready.
This is...
they are actually ready.
And this is Hype versus MTV, I believe.
Yes, Hype versus MTV.
And we're seeing a lot of colors again from one side of the group, from one side, and that's awesome to see.
I actually just got confirmation from Wipe that the healerless was a mistake.
Oh.
Okay, so they were almost getting away with it?
Yeah, they almost got away with it. That is actually amazing. Because you have practiced for something that is without with a healer pop, most likely. And then now you have to play without a healer. That is scary, because you don't know if you have the time to restart, even if it's just 3 seconds into the boss.
Absolutely.
Apparently he didn't even have a heal kit, and the Soul Beast was tanking.
Oh lord, that is no flanking for the Soul Beast. That is not 100% crit rate.
That was like almost like really well handled from their part.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at that try, even though it was a wipe, we're seeing the start now. I think Wipe could pull off a healerless kill, actually. Might be hard work, but I think they actually have the skills to do it with what we just saw from them.
Alright, well now we have Hype vs MTV. From what I know, MTV is actually, it's a North American guild, rare species these days, led by Merrick, who is the namesake of the guild, and basically a bunch of his friends.
That is cool.
They stream some of their practices, and they're actually not bad at all. And then we have Hype, who is actually an amalgamation of QF, LI, and Pog Gaming, which are all former Raid League teams, but ended up merging for scheduling and member issues. So they've actually been going really hard, and in their very first performances, they've actually...
and this is the first wipe.
Yeah. Oh, there's a wipe already. There's a restart instantly. They're running back fast. They are not giving up. And we're seeing the first phase already from Hype, and it's looking really good with the DPS.
Hype has some extremely good Elementals players, so not really surprised to see them pumping.
And they
MTV... Go ahead.
But there has to be something that's providing extra quickness in that hype comp, because we're seeing instead of 3 catalysts per party, they have 2 just, and then they have virtuosos instead.
Yeah, I believe they. I mean, they must just be taking time warp. But
possibly, but is time warp enough to fix it? It's 5 seconds of quickness, only, if I'm correct.
They could have a little tiny bit of boon duration on their catalyst, maybe.
That is very possible.
I actually did think of something like that. Just a little bit of boon duration with a Feel My Wrath Dragon Hunter, but wasn't crazy enough to test it.
But it's not the warrior bringing the boon duration. That is all I can say, because he is having a signet. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
And we're seeing the spread mechanic now as well.
MTV is getting the spread mechanic twice in a row. That is caused their
super unfortunate.
It caused their first wipe, and now it's just caused them a massive DPS loss in the second try. And they're actually not playing this weird catalyst comp. They're actually playing virtuosos. I mean, if you just look at their comp, you can just tell it's kind of comfort classes. They're playing 2 Alak mechs, one's power, one's heal. They're playing 2 quick scrappers, and then it's just comfort. It's a
good comp, and we do see them face without CCing. It's strong enough. Like, you can do this in your pop groups. Maybe not your pop groups, but your static can definitely pull this off as well if you know how to play one healer and you go on the goal and practice.
Yeah, and
then maybe next time you'll be the one showing up to a live event with your friends.
I mean, that's exactly what MTV is doing. They just came out to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, and I think many people should take as motivation. It's great to see. I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hype is having a great run here.
They did not have to restart. They do have the, how do you say, the power comp for this boss.
Yeah, pretty much. They did have an unlucky spread. Well, they had unlucky spirits in phase 1, but they had good mechanics otherwise. They never got the spread mechanic so far, unless I completely missed it. But yeah, they are having a really nice kill with some pretty simple mechanics to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it's a straightforward boss that has a lot. Like, often when you do this boss in PUCs, like, we're at a power creep currently that you do not notice some mechanics, actually, just because they just dealt with so effectively, even by PUC players nowadays.
Okay, now they have the spread mechanic. Could get a little monk ass here if they play it really poorly.
Oh, that's a mechanist who's super low right now, but he jumps up and he is down. He will be rest immediately, and they're gonna kill the spirit that is coming in now.
Yeah, and the boss.
But we're seeing that they're dropping a bit of HP, but they're full health as soon as Casey's back. It's back to full HP, and their Scholar's back, and they're gonna be able to pump the numbers immediately.
No.
Maybe. They have to spread out. Ooh. But it's they are greeting it. They are greeting it. It seems.
Yeah.
Okay,
it should pass.
Those are the chats I know.
And there is 6 downstage from the greeting, but they get the kill. Last moment before the wipe could have happened. Very well done.
Honestly, MTV had a pretty clean kill aside from their first wipe. They got a really unlucky mechanic in both phase 1s.
Yes.
And I mean, still, they're on a respectable pace. It's really unfortunate that they decided to not play the mechanic on the first attempt. Maybe they were just trying to greed it. Maybe they relied on a war banner or something, and it just didn't work out. I'm not sure, but
I mean, it is possible even for the warrior to go down and still rest himself. Like, it is a possibility to have 5 people stand in the middle, that including the warrior, all go down, and you can just rest him instantly, even if the warrior goes down. There's a small time before it hits, and after you cast it, that's a cool trick to do in PvP, even if you suck.
Even if you suck, so I can do it too.
Anybody can learn. It's just practice. You can practice in the golem room, in fact, with any kind of damage type going.
Well, either way, great performance, MTV. Really love that you guys came out. Good job, Hype, as we can see Mr. Disco on the screen there. My boy Scheisendreck, you know. He actually is a huge Elementalist fan, so I'm sure he's loving this meta right now. As we wait for our next
match. For now.
For now. Actually, I did hear after talking to him that he's a little bit burnt out on it right now, which is actually shocking. He begged and begged to play Weaver on any boss he could, and now that Ellie is, I mean, more than meta.
I mean, it is. The only thing that is making it not the power chrono is the lack of utility to bring.
Yeah.
It does not have blinks, it does not have portals, it does not have stealth. It does not have copious amount of CC, and we're actually already seeing them pre-clearing Sabetha for when they're playing next, it seems. That is really cool. All guilds that win should do that.
I believe.
Or
they
I'll
do.
come after you.
Okay. I'll have you know, Mashy looks like Slenderman. He will fuck you up.
I am watching.
Like a very cute Slenderman.
I'm in your bathtub.
Okay, so let's see a bit what we have. I lose one. Maybe we'll come back. Which one is it match for?
And I see chat is my Will guild leader is giving my forehead some love. That is awesome to see. It needs a lot of love. It's very large.
By the way, another thing to note about Merrick TV actually before we go into the next match while we wait, they actually were the odds were stacked against them this week. Before the qualifier day, they actually had like half their team like leave because I think I'm not sure exactly what happened, but regardless, they had to find like 4 to 5 roster members. Even Isa was grinding with them at well past midnight, and they still managed to qualify for live and actually put up a respectable performance with their kind of last minute roster. So yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I mean that's really cool, and with a person like Merrick TV actually competing with him doesn't mean that he is a streamer as well himself. He does content creation, so that means that probably some of his viewers do come show to the event to watch, and that's really awesome to see. So maybe people here will return the favor and check him out because he's a great content creator.
Yep, champ. Both teams are ready, so we'll be getting to the next match.
Maybe we can like just make a really small break, seeing what surprise we had from the seedings. So VS and Hype were seed 1 and 2, so they passed. So quite expected, let's say, if we were just looking at the seedings. Boom taking out Papa, that's more a surprise.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise.
Yeah, and then Arya losing to Wipe, also expecting, looking at the seedings, of course. It's not the same boss, but we can see that in best of 1, Wipe can happen. Upset can happen, and not even the top guilds are, off the table. They can't get down. Do we watch? No, maybe before the finals we will watch the qualifier top 1, seed 1 from VS. But we can pass to the second boss, which is Sabetha.
Yes, and we're seeing a interesting comp from the Boom Boys. That I can see right now. That is gonna be amazing. We have the 10 engineers. Let's fucking go. Grenade kit in hand. Time to explode this boss.
No
I
way.
love it.
Oh.
And then I will quickly fix the comp as well for the boys in French.
The boys in French. I love it.
I was about to say boys in blue, but French is like multiple colors.
They can be the boys in the baguette.
Yeah. But the les bleus is the blue color. Is that the name of the French
Les
teams?
Bleu Boys?
Les Bleu Boys. Let me. No,
I have almost updated the comp to well as fit for these Bleu Boys, and there we go. That should be coming in just a second.
And the timer haven't been started.
And there we go. We're seeing a almost a mirror comp coming from Virtual Scrolls here with the two Mirages, which I do believe is Staff Axe Mirage because they are having very good DPS, and then with or their staff possibly as well. I don't know actually. They have the 2 Firebrands for quickness, very solid DPS on this fight because killing these champions, if I'm correct, does reward you back some of your stuff.
Yeah. This is pumping out some good DPS with 35, almost between 30 and 35 on all the mechs.
Yeah. That is looking very, very solid. We have the Spectres for insane sustain, which meaning they are actually playing healerless, which could become very dangerous later in the fight as more things start raining down from hell.
Yeah, the final phase will be extremely easy, nice to watch to see if the berries are enough to sustain them, because they really won't have much healing if they drop below Scholar range, assuming they're playing Ritz.
No, and if you are looking at the protection uptime of Arcadia, actually, who's the Virtual Scrolls guy stream right now, it is not permanent. It's having slight drops sometimes, which could come back also and harm them. Because protection does reduce pretty much all damage that you get in Rage by 33%.
Yeah, overall a very good comp, though, completely taking advantage of the insane barrier output of Spectre while doing insane DPS.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And honestly, arguably a mirror comp, because the two random classes, they're just playing two slaves. We're just slightly different.
One is way better than the other, and will continue to be so after the patch.
Well, true. Hurtful, but true.
And we're also seeing that they are skipping these cannons. They're ignoring an actual mechanic of the fight, both sides, because they are doing enough damage on the boss to skip these things and only have to deal with one, so they have a safe spot.
Yeah, and
so 3/4 of the arena
it.
is going to be occupied the entire fight pretty much by cannons.
Mm-hmm.
But we're seeing that Virtual Scrolls all the way down to the last 25%, and it's just about to face to now for Boom.
Yeah.
Yes.
The comp is
we
too
still have a flame turret up.
Let's say.
There's also still a flame turret up from Kari, which is down now, but it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, we are now at below 10%
of
the boss.
It was still up for quite a while, actually.
I mean, the barrier is just too much, and they're playing
the barrier is too much. We're seeing they're standing in the literal fire. They do not care. The boss is down.
This was a very fast Sabetha.
That was... that was fast.
They destroyed it. Like, if they don't lose...
Neo, man. That was amazing.
36k.
I mean, I'd like to see their log, because I mean, the all-time record currently is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The timer stopped at 2:33.
Yeah. Could VS send us the logs?
I believe Arcadia will throw it our way in just a moment, actually. Oh, and there's a kill from Boom as well. Boom gets it down as well. A little slower, but they get it regardless, and that's a really nice kill as well. Like, I mean, doing it with 10 NGs, that's cooler than 99% of all kills you'll see.
Okay, thank you.
You gotta love the NG stack.
Yeah, and the kill from the boys in French is 2 minutes and 49 seconds.
Okay, so the time was very off, but still a very nice kill.
Yeah, a super nice kill. Really solid DPS.
Yeah. You can see it on the stream. Really good DPS overall.
And let me see, generation booms. And I was correct. It is they are spreading the electricity between the specters and the mirages, because that also fixes your might. Because a stacked mirage does your might for you just fine. You get a little bit of might for us from the firebrand with using his mantra, so it's a really nice comp, I think.
34k Spectre first phase. Respectable.
Yeah.
And it was actually a hybrid Soul Beast, because that is just far superior to Condi Soul Beast.
Yeah.
Condi Soul Beast, but better.
Yeah,
honestly,
they really enjoy the Soul Beast. And
I have gotten a mention from Feudal of Boom that they got a 315, which is also a very nice kill. I mean, they did it with full engineers. Not many people can say they've killed this boss with only engineers in the squad.
I will pull it for the chat.
I mean, honestly, respect to Boom. They stuck with the meme as soon as everybody realized you can just play all NGs and have a great comp. I mean, I guess the same is true for Mesmer. You can play all NGs, have a great comp, and they have just fully embraced it. This is their third or fourth boss in Raid League that they've just played this comp, and
it's awesome to see. I think. I mean, maybe in the future they'll try to do it with other classes can do as well. Maybe Guardian.
And nice, our next.
Maybe in the next patch, Revenants. Or Elementalists.
The Elementalists will make a lot. But our next team's already Our next team's all ready, so the countdown should be starting, and
Yeah,
we can get our scene set up.
I just need to.
Yeah.
Yes, Hype versus Vibe.
I will fix that
Oh,
later.
we are
The
seeing a
hype-
repeat
the
from
hyper-
Vibe.
The Hyper Viper Wipers. You believe them?
Shut your mouth. Oh, that, and we're seeing the richness of a Raid League player. 19 gold.
That is more than I have. Not kidding.
Should I tell them a story about you?
Yeah, sure. I know what it is already.
Zodiac is the only person in the entire world ever to farm a Gift of Mastery, craft Frostfang, and still not make profit.
I
am still confused to this day.
We'll call it unlucky. And we'll move on.
Yep.
I overpaid for the precursor and then sold it a little bit too fast. I was kind of broke.
And we're seeing. I think that's going to be a repeat come from the boys in Vibe, because they I see elementalists and I see a lot of them. Possibly a druid. Oh, and there we start. We'll see if they swap away from druid, but I do believe it is going to be a druid, because the fight has a lot of different pressure, and it brings maybe something they want rather than the other. And it is a druid. It is in fact a druid healer.
Unfortunate.
Ah, yes, ads.
Unfortunate AIDS.
Yes, AIDS indeed.
Oh, and we're already seeing the Blades one dropping low from the side of Wipe. That is not good. He do want that that uptime on the Rit. He should be playing Thief Rune. He should. Because if you do kite the boss correctly, you will be able to flank the boss over 90% of the time without a problem. And the first flame was coming.
It's back on screen. And
okay,
it's
nice.
Yes.
We have our POV back up.
But yeah, Hype seems to be whipping out almost the same comp as last time, but this time instead of the Messmers, they have the Firebrands and they have a Berserker rather than a Bladesworn. For reasons I do not know. Nothing toxic. Just saying, Bladesworn is better.
Can you explain? Can you explain why? Can you go more depth into it? I know I love warriors talking about warrior, so please.
I mean, the main issue is compared when you compare Bladesworn and Berserker is that Berserker has Berserk uptime, which is 90% of your damage, right? This is where you do the most of your damage. You want to be able to pump that out. So when you hit downtime of that, that's unfortunate. So if you hit downtime in between phases, it can be okay, but this boss has like every phase, like maybe 3 seconds of downtime, and that's that's less than the cooldown of your Berserk downtime. So where Bladesworn, you continue you hit your Dragon Trigger and you instantly try to slap it out again, and you just keep filling in between those, and you hit out big numbers all the time. Like if a boss like Veil Guardian, right? You can be very, very, very strong with Berserker, because you can have you can even fit your Berserk time into one phase, and you look amazing on the DPS meter. Because also low armor boss, so Decapitate shreds.
Yeah, always fun pumping on a VG.
But even on that boss, Bladesworn probably better. Bladesworn is just so strong. Especially if you do not need the CC that a Berserk can bring, then Bladesworn is just so much stronger. It doesn't lose nearly as much in terms of damage if you have to bring a battle standard.
Both teams are going to the last phase here at a very similar time. Like, this is actually extremely close. We'll probably have to check the log for this one unless something catastrophic happens in the final phase.
That could be the flame walls. It could be the falling debris that knocks one down and wipes them out.
You know, I do think it's interesting that they opted to play the SC comp here. Oh,
it's almost
it. I was looking at the wrong team.
I mean, it's almost an SC comp. Like, the difference is they're just a heal mech and the druid, and this time you have a druid instead. It's literally almost the same.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, they are extremely
close. This is so close. Who is going down?
5%.
What? Who won?
This is extremely close.
I think we do need Lux. Do Lux even work for this? I don't know.
Well.
Thing that works the most is to watch the replay, I guess, and see what numbers they were on the replay.
That was damn close, damn clean, damn beautiful.
For me, for now, I stopped VS before Boom. I see them kill it on the screen, but maybe the delay and stuff.
Yeah, I do not know how to read all of these
But
things really well.
I think there is one second better
we have
for
the white
this.
block?
We have to check.
This is hype versus wipe. The top left is actually.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
The wipe log is in the chat.
Yeah.
So yes, white block says at the end at the hour in 90 at minute 19 and second 16, according to the log, that is the time end of the kill. With a kill time of 2 minutes 55 seconds. Very, very good. Very solid DPS.
And hype log.
Wait.
259, 141908.
This log is bugged.
How's it bugged?
Look at on my screen, they have a scrapper in white that is playing Mace.
Oh.
Who is generating alacrity.
I'm gonna just say that's a bug.
That is a bug, I do believe so.
Yeah, but based on this...
I mean, the kill is faster from white, but I'm getting a different time in from hype that is saying that they are actually faster by 8 seconds.
Yeah, but
if you look at the time end, it is.
We also have to count the way they go there.
Yes, that is true.
Stuff like that. So we.
Yeah.
I don't know how you retime it last time, but I guess
hype,
Crosis is on it.
Hype started earlier and finished earlier, so we'll have to see Crosis.
Yeah. But it's a 2-second different start time only, so that is interesting. And I mean, if we look at DPS, I mean, the DPS numbers are extremely similar. There's actually more DPS from the side of white with the druid. Is there like does Callus release like a lot of burning or something? Like do they love spirit burning or something? What's going on? I don't know. I actually have no clue.
Callus does actually do a surprising amount of burning.
And do they play the burning trade?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's not really surprising. Let me just look at the rid up time. I mean, the rid up time is really nice.
Oh yeah, this is a burning trade. So your burning is actually improved from the Sunspread as well. I mean, it's not much.
Yeah.
People are saying they should rematch. No, that's an Omega lull. You used the wrong emote. It's about the stealth, not super speed.
Monk S.
Yeah, I mean, Raven, it's not a problem. Like, I'm just saying, like, logs are sometimes bugged, and I just found it a little bit funny. If you have Alacrity Scrapper in your pocket somehow, I'll just say good job.
I'm just looking at the VOD to try and hopefully retime this.
Rematch on SH. Only rematches on SH happen for virtual scrolls. I'm sorry.
Yeah, only French teams.
And both teams have to have Arcadia playing at the same time for both. Now we see players buying grids because they want to go bro.
The really unfortunate thing is that for the beginning of the kill, Hype had no POV, I believe.
Yeah, but that's yeah. The problem is we don't see the go.
Are there other POVs being streamed from Hype than one?
Yeah.
Is it the same on all of them?
Do they have the guild chat viewable?
I do not believe. Maybe they had before the ad.
They should.
Because like you need to see when the go start and how much time it took on the stream when they kill the boss, and we do that for both team, and we see who is in front.
Well, the unfortunate thing is the other Hype streamer doesn't have VODs on, so I don't have a way of checking.
I don't have VODs on. You can also rewatch the votes from the Raid League and see
Okay,
at what timer exactly who kill it first. But
we have just got news confirmed that Wipe has won.
for me, that was what I was seeing
Yeah,
when
it
I
was
stopped the
extremely
timer.
close. It
1
was
second,
just
something
1 to
like
2
that.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 to 2 seconds.
It is 2
So-
seconds difference, actually, only.
Yes, it's actually extremely close.
Congratulations, Wipe. You're moving on to Dhuum. Not Doom.
Okay, and now the WRC memes are getting too strong.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'll have to go now. I have other things that I need to attend. I am terribly sorry. It has been a blast being here. It was super fun. I really enjoyed it, watching it with you guys, talking about it all. And yes, Boom will be going on to Doom CM probably with their 10 engineers.
Okay, so next.
Why did you say Doom? But yeah, thank you very much for coming, especially on short notice. Without you,
Thank you for having me.
We would be doomed. We're nothing without you.
Yeah.
And I wish everybody on the stream, in the chat, in the game, a wonderful Sunday and coming week, and hopefully maybe play together someday.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Being a little saucy.
Come back wherever you want.
Okay.
For
Have a
casting.
good day, Mr. Lewis.
Someday it could be fun to come back. I would love to, probably.
Alright, well, there goes our hero. And we are moving on to the next match.
Wipe here. Hype here. Okay. So
It seems
this is match
Hype
8.
is ready for the next match.
Uh,
We're just waiting for Boom to confirm.
okay, that's updated. So, yeah, really close. Huh?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's
that's
on live because we don't have like an automatic stuff to stop and to detect when the boss die. It's a bit complicated to sometimes to
yeah.
to see who's
Unfortunately,
in
they go to
front.
the logs and add up the start time with the end time and everything. I believe one of our prior admins is working on a Arc DPS plugin. That
Yes.
counts the combat time super accurately.
Yeah, we have that or something like in mind, something like the timer we have, like make one without the delay, and they put that on their POV. So we have an actual time, on their POV without the delay. That will maybe.
It's not combat time. I believe it's kind of like a stopwatch. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I didn't get Good Life to explain it to me quite thoroughly. But it seems our teams are ready, so we should be able to get our next match quite soon.
Let's go. So it's last boss. ASH. At least now my background is okay.
Yep.
This is fine. So this is match 7, not. Okay, so this is Boom versus Hype.
Yes, for the 10th match.
And we have to swap the. The POV. Here it's the Boom one that we want. They have two Boom POV. Is this one? Yeah, this one's better. Okay. Are the comp right? The comp seems not right yet. Did Crozy start the countdown already?
Yes, we are at 10 seconds, I believe.
Okay.
5, 4,
It starts.
3.
It starts. So yeah, we will fix the comp potentially on the fly or not.
Yeah, I will do Hype's comp really quick.
Up. Zoom HP bar. This side is okay for the arc DPS. This side not far away either.
Yep. Okay. Sorry for the lack of talking. We're already a minute in. We were just trying to update the squads.
Yeah. Now that we are
it does
just
look
two,
like-
it's complicated.
Yeah, it's very complicated. Pretty standard comps though. I mean, obviously the stacking confusion damage. As you can see, the mech actually on top for Hype. I think people respect mech as like a very nice Condi DPS confusion spec. But still, when they think about confusion, they obviously think about Mirage instantly. But mech is actually an extremely good class here, especially if you really abuse it to its full potential. So you can see the mech just absolutely pumping, only just now falling to a Mirage. And Wipe, sorry, it's Boom is actually
Boom.
playing their typical mech stack,
Oh.
with 2 Mirages in there as well. Actually very similar comps here, except Hype has opted to play a Scourge.
It's really close.
Yeah, it's actually extremely close.
Yeah,
Please,
6%,
no,
5%.
not
4,
like
2,
this. Okay, Hype
1.
looks definitively ahead.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, Hype has
They
played
are
very
ahead.
well. They handled a...
Okay. Not far away, still. I sweat a bit.
Not bad at all. I was scared we were going to have to do math again. It's always SH. Okay, very nice. If you want to send longs, we can look at them, but I believe Hype definitively.
Yeah, definitely. We can look at it for fun, for the top DPS, but there is not so much to grab here. A lot of mirages, big Alak candies.
Yeah, nothing really too exciting to talk about.
A Scourge, to be sure, on one side.
Yeah, their Scourge actually is an extremely good Scourge.
Yeah.
His name is Dere, and he was one of the original
32k on
long-term
Scourge.
members.
Post nerf.
Yeah,
That's good.
He was a long-term member of QF. He played Druid on a lot of slave roles actually. Like in our Deimos Raid League kill, he was Scourge Kiter and still pulled like 33k. Actually, a very good player and consistent on mechanics as well. So not surprising to see him do so well. And this guild, specifically Hype or previously QF, is actually a very good Mirage guild as well. During our break in December, they actually really trained it, and a lot of them completely pump on Mirage. So not really too surprising to see them come away with a win on SH.
To hype a bit the final, we have a bit of time to watch the VS kill from the qualifier. And then we will end up to the final game of today, which will be VS versus Wipe. So Seed 1 versus Seed 4, which is like, you see, you don't have Seed 1 versus Seed 2 necessarily.
Yeah, we just saw our Seed 2 just played, and they just won the SH, so it was just the one match on Sabetha that they lost by close to nothing, literally 2 seconds.
Yeah, really
kept
close.
them out of the final.
Let's go. Let's watch.
Thank you, Snow, for the log.
Wait, let's watch the Dhuum of our Squirrel's friends. So quite a standard comp from nowadays, I guess. A lot of specters, mirages. I don't know. What can you tell us about the comp, Zodiac?
Once again, looking pretty standard. I mean, we've seen a lot of Condi comps like this. You know, you take the two specters because it's just too good. It does, you know, Condi Daredevil levels of damage with barrier for completely free. It's especially good on Dhuum as well because you can precast your Venoms and have a really insane burst. Mirages are standard. I imagine they're taking portals for green 1 through 3. If they do, they'll be placing their portal just as green 1 finishes and then walking to take green 2. And have another separate portal for green 3. Whoever gets the bomb will likely take it. Firebrands are standard, still an extremely strong quickness class. I can't actually see what that one class is, but they're actually playing a Soul Beast Kiter.
Yeah, they have a Soul Beast. They have a Soul Beast.
Yeah, we saw that a few of the teams played them. I believe all 3 of our top guilds in this qualifier played Soul Beast Kite. But VS just played it so well. Their entire comp, they played it extremely well. They came first by 6 seconds, I believe. And it's just a very clean POV all around. Really impressively done.
Okay.
But yeah, the comp we're seeing is nothing crazy. It's, you know, also 2 mechs.
Standard, a bit of like the player.
Yeah,
they are comfortable with it.
Yeah, kind of just abusing the meta combi class.
They use Sun Spirit for the last time on Soul Beast. And that's
for the last time, Pepe Hands. Right after this, we'll be able to get in our last match. So this is a nice little treat, nice little 3-minute break to watch. Honestly, a wonderful POV. See, he takes the G1 to port the G1 in. He goes and clears Star instead of the Berserker doing it. Since he's the Kiter anyways, he's not expected to have too much damage. Takes his G2. He will just collect orbs as usual.
So they don't have any healers assigned?
Nope. It's just they're playing around the barrier pretty much. That's kind of one of the things carrying Condi comps right now. Some of the strongest specs in being spec and mechanist absolutely pump out barrier, and obviously Mirage is just a very nice class on this fight in general. So it's overall, despite being tailors, a very safe comp because honestly, Dhuum is not a very high damage pressure fight. If you don't tank his attacks and you just generally play decently, you will actually, it's completely playable with no healer.
Yeah.
You can play.
Yeah, with the amount of barrier you have now in the game, it's doable.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, they're just pumping out barrier.
As long as you don't mess up the mechanics and the positioning, of course.
Yeah, and then pointing in the chat, Spectre also heals, so
yeah, that's true.
While going full DPS, it's an extremely strong class. Like you can see them at the top of arc DPS, and they're also just pumping up barrier and heals.
How far it was like from? What did he say about the time? Because like we are on a really good pace here.
Yeah, it's a 4:37, which is actually really nice. It was in probably a slightly more broken meta in our last Raid League Dhuum.
Yes.
This would have been a 2nd place kill.
Okay. So interesting.
Really
VS showing strong. I hope we are not cursing them, you know.
Yeah, hopefully not.
It starts with success, you know.
VS is a victim of the caster curse, I believe. And let's just hope it doesn't come down to looking at logs, because VS does not have a good past history when it comes to looking at logs.
It was the first time we had like such a tight stuff. We didn't know how to treat it. They've been a bit lab rats on that one. Let's say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, it fixed. It is fixed. Okay.
Okay, and we are ready to go. The countdown will be starting.
Yeah. I will have time then to set up search for the DPS meter.
Yep, and we have VS on the bottom left and Wipe on the top right.
The game is not right also, which this is match 8.
We're actually seeing extremely similar comps to last time. I believe they're actually playing the same comp. 2 mechs, 4 mirages. Or sorry, yeah, 2 mechs, 4 mirages. Druid, 2 chronos. Did I miss a mirage? It's hard. It's a little bit hard to see, but yeah, extremely similar comps. I just talked over the strengths of mech, obviously easily competing with Druid, while Mirage, while being an overall simpler class to play. And if you have the right setup, it'll just pump out confusion, which is perfect for a boss like this. Actually, I believe Wipe is playing. Oh. Yeah, Wipe is playing Firebrands as a quickness source instead of quick chrono tanks. Both are playing a Druid, but otherwise they're the exact same comp. 4 Mirages, 3 mechs, 2 quickness sources, Druid. Yep. Very standard. We actually have a death on Wipe, and there was a down, but I believe he got quickly rezzed. VS is going strong. They have a push right here. Okay, nicely dealt with. No TD dying on the tank. Very nice.
That's going really fast.
Wipe may have a TD dying on the tank. No mind, sorry, I saw wrong. But yeah, both guilds are actually completely pumping. But VS already at 25%. They're a good 8% ahead.
Yeah.
They did just get corrupted by the TD though.
That wall is not good.
Sus.
Oh, yeah, the
portal
but they have
saving.
A portal
for the wall.
portal saving. Actually, nice touch there.
Very nice, actually. That actually is a really nice touch for consistency in a live event. It seems that they learned from last time.
Yeah.
Both have break bars. Okay, VS completely deleted the break bar.
Yeah,
they used everything because they're 3%.
10% more advance on the boss.
Yep, sub 2 minute Desmina. Very nice kill from VS. No tiebreaker this time. Arcadia is alive at the end.
Yeah.
All is well in France today.
Around 12 second difference. Well done for the win. It feels a bit strange to have best of ones. I was used, with WRC, let's go again. We will win the second boss.
But I think VS is probably done for the moment.
Yeah.
They are just relieved to not get another tiebreaker on Desmina.
Yeah.
But either way,
completely.
Very well played. Very fast kill. A very nice portal tech to add some consistency to the live event because obviously, Desmina is a very annoying boss to grind and a very dangerous boss for live just because of the RNG with walls. You can pretty much get a wall that covers most of the arena. So taking a portal and jaunting over is actually a nice way to
yes.
consistency.
So is that strange? Like that's something a Scourge could do, and on live event we see it not that much, even during WRC, and there they take a portal on a chrono, which is a bit more annoying than to take a portal on Scourge, let's say, as an ability.
Yeah.
It's a bit, and you still have to pause it before. Contrary to the Scourge that he can react completely to the wall. So you have to anticipate the wall with the Chronomancer to be able to have the portal who will save you. So really well played. That saved them a lot of time, not having to move at that place. Even if I guess they were a bit ahead, but they get They gain 4% on the boss at least, around that.
Yeah, and honestly, I think people really undervalue consistency, you know? You see these hardcore guilds constantly playing healerless, and then as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, you know, you'll see all these healerless comps, but the winner ends up playing a druid on VG, for example, just because it adds so much safety and consistency. I think it's really undervalued. So adding something like a portal, it'll lower your DPS, but I mean, it could save you so much time if you get a bad wall. I
Absolutely.
believe we will be asking if Yes would like to come give an interview.
Any team who want to come to get an interview, we can have them.
Sure.
I'm not pressed by time. I was honestly thinking that this will end around 9:30.
No, we
are
actually,
before 9. We are on schedule. That's really nice. I will be able to go to dinner with a friend.
Yeah, we actually sit on quite a nice pace. I mean, honestly, thank you to all the participants for being respectful of everybody's time, having your instances prepared on time,
Yeah, that helped a lot.
being generally quick to get into your instance and ready. It was actually extremely helpful and really helped out the stream as well. Because during these downtimes, it's bad for everybody. It's hard to cast it, and it's bad for people just watching, trying to have a good time as well. So honestly, thank you to all the participants that really put effort into getting their instances ready quickly and just being prepared. It's very nice. So thank you.
I will correct the times they get here. So this is wipe versus hype. They win that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
it looks like
we have the VS Boom.
Yeah, and we have Arcadia ready for an interview, Mr. ASM Arcadia, the captain of VS.
Let's get him in.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Arcadia.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
So
how are you?
This time, not wiped on.
Yes.
On SH.
My hands are shaking.
Being able to take the victory, both in qualifier and the live event.
It feels very good.
Yeah, I'm sure it feels great. And honestly, how did you feel when you initially realized that SH would be the final?
Everyone in the vocal was like, "Oh no, fuck." We didn't like that, to be honest, because SH has a lot of RNG, a lot of variants, and for finals, when two teams are kind of on the same levels, SH doesn't shows or reflect the real level of the players because you can have very bad RNG. That's why we also took a portal to reduce a bit this RNG, but sometimes there's nothing to do about it.
Yeah, and that portal saved you.
The portal was
we really hoped that we had SH against Seed 8 to be able to secure it and move on
I
with
can imagine.
But then whatever, we saw it in final, we say, okay guys, it's our time to take our revenge from World Cup. Finally we did it.
How did you feel about your performance in the other bosses, like preparing for it leading up, and then how you actually performed today?
The preparation honestly felt pretty good. Like we had very solid training kills. For me personally, I was not happy about my kills, but it's okay. In the end, we killed the bosses with honestly pretty good timings for a live event and one-shot kills. And we've been preparing for a long time. We did it with a lot of focus, and we did it seriously. We actually, during our 101 in 1 hour training, we killed KC before he goes up in P3. So we were 3 seconds close to the SC world record. So we were pretty confident about the KC, to be honest. Honestly, Sabetha was also pretty clean. In the first tries, we went for only 2 cannons. And then we went for the safest strat where we send 2 peoples to cannons. It was because if you do that, you don't have the very big pressure during a card where he puts his flamethrower on your team and you have 1 cannon blasting on you. It was not safe at all. So we choose to do 1 more cannon for the live event. And SH, we're just here to pray for the good RNG, to be honest.
Yeah, there's some prage involved in SH.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
So did you like the bosses that we drew? Well, I guess the bosses that were selected for the live event.
Yeah, to be honest, it was 4 bosses, very interesting bosses, and let's say on Dhuum, we really like the kill because we love the composition where we have a mirror composition with like a Spectre and Mirage sharing alacrity. We also did it on Sabetha, and we are very comfortable with this composition in VS. And for KC, we had to train a lot Catalyst. We had to train benchmarks, and we had to do a lot of training on this because a lot of people in the guild were definitely not Elementalist players. So it was very hard for us. Took a long time to prepare KC.
Mm-hmm. So did you find you did Red League really back in the day, but it was not something serious, and you did it last month. How did you enjoy knowing the boss 1 month in advance and knowing that you will have to play these 4 bosses and not having like to train a random boss that you will maybe not get?
I think it's better if you know in advance what boss you're going into. Also, I think we registered for the Raiding League because we really like the live event type. And honestly, if it was only offline, we probably wouldn't come. The live event matches are very fun to us. We really enjoy this format, and that's mostly why we joined the Raiding League this month.
Okay.
Very nice. Is there anything else you have to ask, Calidor?
No. I see people speaking in the chat that it was really early this morning for him. So yeah. How do you keep the energy by waking up at
it's hard.
at 9 instead of
yeah. To be honest, the live event thing was the preparation and the stuff was kind of good. It went pretty smoothly. It was it was way faster than the World Cup. The organization, the matches were really fast between each other. So very good job on that.
Yes.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, now that we had a little bit more experience and kind of realized if we didn't, kind of put a bit of a rule on downtime, that it would just continue. So
yeah.
I'm actually really impressed with the teams today, having their own instances prepared, and not having these downtimes every time they're in the win.
We were shaking a bit, seeing that people were taking a long time to give us the streams link.
That's true. Yeah.
But in the end, you all showed up like we were expecting you to. You all played the game and like the role of easing up the stuff. And also the fact that we know the boss in advance in that format.
Yeah, that's true.
Comparing to the pick and ban phase we had, that you, of course, had to set up the boss after it.
And sometimes there are some pre-event with Sabetha.
And because it's best of 1, it's also easy because you set up your next boss while another team have already set up their boss while you were playing. So that's something that I'm happy with the fluidity of the stream, even if we came up with a caster last moment because Sam was supposed to come, but he got COVIDed.
Man.
And each month he get COVIDed, and
Sam always has COVID.
So yeah, I hope RL could continue. We will talk a bit about that. You can stay with us.
Yeah, sure.
We are announcing now that we are doing nothing next month and August. So summer break for July and August. Let people, breathe a bit the balance patch.
Yeah.
Let Annette hotfix stuff. Enjoy the sun, enjoy the beach. Enjoy the summer, and we will see if we will probably make some tweaks in the test format that we had. But seeing that the people in chat were way more active, teams showed up. I think live event it's kind of something we really want to push. So we will see with feedback how teams are responding to it. Do we make some twists? Everything. So starting from September, if we move on with that format or another format, we should go from 3 split a year to 2 split a year and make that 2 split 4 months long. So 3 rounds like you see today, where you accumulate points. So you get some points in the qualifier. A lot of the top team in the qualifier get the same number of points, and to get further away from the people who are low ends of the qualifier or out of the qualifier, they have to come to the live event and score points in the live event. So let's, for example, all the team who have participated in the live event today would have won for participation 5 points or 10 points, something like that, just for showing up. Then place 4 will have won 10 more points, so 120, something like that, if it's 10 points for participation. Then third place, which is Hype, would have won 130 points. Wipe will finish second, 140 points, and VS 150 points. So technically, top 1 after live event and qualifier, if they placed well in the qualifier, gain half more points than just doing the qualifier. So is that something that we want to push to like that method of counting? The numbers can be twisted. It's not really something important, but the fact that we want to have is the months that you will accumulate points, you can come back. So if you are VS, you first place that month, and second place next month, and the second is first place. The last month will define if you're seed 1 or 2 for the playoff. And we want to see with the live event upset and people being able to come back and a bit drive away from the fact that the more percentage of difference in time with your opponent, the more points you win. And so where sometimes you could end up with one big win of let's say 6% difference on the first boss of the month of the split, lose all the other ones, but because you lose them at 2-3%, you still finish first or second, and that's something we want to avoid. And having really teams having to beat other teams, and the leaderboard have to reflect that. And the time of the boss is that you kill it 1 second faster, 30 seconds faster. It doesn't matter, because what matters is you qualify, you go to the live event, you score point in the live event, and then you go to the playoff. And in the playoff, it's not 8 guilds who are invited. Invited, it's 6. And so that way, like you have like from 6th to 8th place. They will fight all the months to not get ejected of the playoff system. That's something like that. And in the playoff system, that's what the branch you see under. So seed 1 against seed 4, seed 2 against seed 3, seed 5 against seed 5 against 6, and then the 5 and 6, if they want to go to the final, they have to beat every single loser of the previous games.
Yeah, and whenever we decide what format we'll be going forward with, there will be an announcement in the Discord. This is an explanation of the basically extended version of the current format we're testing right now. So if you like that, then give us feedback in our Discord. But I just have one more question for Arcadia, and you may do it in French if you wish, but do you have anything to say for you or on behalf of your guild or anything like this?
I'd say I'm very proud of my team. We did an excellent job today. We showed that our training has come to success, and also saying that VS is recruiting.
VS recruited.
VS recruit.
And not only French people. Or you take international, or you want to keep the French one?
Unfortunately, we only take French people.
Okay,
just
so
like,
the French vibe for VS.
Exactly.
I hope to see still NA teams bringing the NA hype.
If you're listening to us.
Yeah, I hope to see full German teams also.
MCA, maybe?
MCA, I don't know. Lucky Noobs, maybe, I don't know.
I'm on Lucky Noobs, I'm Canadian.
Yeah, so you're out.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well.
No. Teams don't have to, but sometimes it's good when you have at least, like a main country. And maybe that's something we can relate a bit. Also, if we do a 2023 season with spring split and then fall split at the end of the year, we may redo a WRC or some kind of live event like that in between the two splits. So that could add a bit of narrative.
Yeah. So that's that. I'd like to thank everybody for watching the stream and participating today. Thank you to Arcadia for coming in and giving us a nice interview.
Thank you, guys.
VS recruits,
Yes, exactly.
You know the deal?
Yes.
Apply to VS.
Apply to VS, guys.
If you're French and really pog at the game, just apply to VS. They're at LFG all the time. Or you can message Arcadia on Discord. And yeah, that's gonna be it for the our first qualifier. Our first live qualifier, that is.
Yes.
So yeah, once again, thank you to all the participants, the viewers, and everybody who participated in general. It was a really nice test format, and please leave feedback in the Raid League Discord, and we can make improvements or changes based on what you want to see or how you want to participate. So you really do have a lot of control here. Take advantage of it, and give good feedback.
Yeah, make the game fun for you.
Yeah, make Raid League great again. Okay. Well.
Okay. On that, I will let you to it. Maybe we can raid someone. Propose in the chat. Who should we raid?
Are any participants still streaming anything?
There is a big teapot.
Is Mr. Disco streaming?
I think.
I'm checking if Disco's streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's participating and still streaming, let us know. And first come, first serve. We will raid you. But otherwise,
I guess we will send people to the balance patch discussion on tea time.
Oh, no. Okay, well, send them to the death. Just send them to teapot.
I will send them to the death. Let's go.
Actually, apparently Emma from Wipe is streaming KC, I believe.
We can. Okay.
Are they actually live?
Okay. Can you send me the
I'm looking.
KC? I don't see any KC. I don't have filter, so that's not.
The
Ah, yeah.
yeah,
I see.
Marathon, I believe. Okay, we will raid Emma. Good luck watching their KC.
Yeah, send me the link in Discord.
Yep.
If you find it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye, Arcadia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Slash red. So people really join the raid, follow that streamer, and yeah, engage discussion. Congrats them for showing up from the wins they get, and I will see you probably in the Discord and in September. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh my god. Process we're off.
Are
Hopefully.
we off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Among Us.
Yeah, they stopped raiding. I think. Or is she going in? I don't know.
Well, I think they're going in. Somebody just.
Did they receive the raid? That's weird. On Twitch, I see three viewers. Okay, that's okay. So I can cut the stream now.